You think you know Ferris Bueller? Well, here's some things you may not have known about
Bueller.
He's sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid is going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
John Hughes wrote the screenplay for Ferris Bueller's Day Off in less than a week. According to editor Paul Hirsch, Hughes wrote the script with trance-like concentration. Hughes stated that when he was writing the script, he wrote the part of Ferris for Matthew Broderick, believing he would be the only actor to believably sell Ferris's natural charm. Previous to Matthew Broderick's casting, however, casting directors had considered Jim Carrey, Tom Cruise, Michael J. Fox, and John Cusack.
Incredible. One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second. How could I possibly be expected to handle school on a day like this?
Additionally, John Hughes intended the film to be a love letter of sorts to the city of Chicago. This is evident with his inclusion of several notable Chicago landmarks, such as the Art Institute of Chicago, Wrigley Field, and the Sears Tower. Hughes took the making of this film as a way to explore the city that he grew up in. Quote, "This is the first chance I had really had to get outside while making a movie. Up to this point, the pictures have been pretty small. I really wanted to capture as much of Chicago as I could, not just the architecture and the landscapes, but the spirit." Alan Ruck had auditioned for the role of Bender in The Breakfast Club, but lost out to Judd Nelson. Fortunately for him, when it came time to cast someone in the role of Cameron, Hughes remembered Ruck and cast him, though the role had been allegedly offered to Emilio Estevez, who turned it down. Initially, Ruck was concerned that he was too old, at 29, to play Cameron, who was 17, but his worries were dissolved when he reflected on the type of kid he was in high school. Quote, "I was worried that I'd be 10 years out of step, and I wouldn't know anything about what was cool, what was hip, all that junk. But when I was going to high school, I didn't know any of that stuff then either, so I just thought, well, I'll just be me."
Pardon my French, but Cameron is so tight that if you stuck a lump of coal up his ass, in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond.
The on-screen friendship of Ferris and Cameron is almost palpable, and that's not without reason. Broderick and Ruck were friends in real life prior to Hughes' film. They had previously worked together on a Broadway production. An inside joke between them even made it into the film. Cameron's imitation of Mr. Peterson's voice when he calls the school principal, Edward Rooney, is an imitation he used to do of a previous director.
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake. A family member dies, and you insult me. What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
Quote, "We didn't have to invent an instant friendship like you often have to do in a movie," said Ruck. "We were friends." Despite playing brother and sister, Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Grey fell in love on set and were engaged and announced to marry in 1986, shortly before the film's release. Weird, right? Weirder still was that their on-screen parents, played by Cindy Pickett and Lyman Ward, fell in love on set as well. However, where Grey and Broderick called off their wedding, Pickett and Ward wed after filming Wrap and had 2 children together before calling it quits themselves in 1992.
I hate him.
There are several people in the parade scene who are just regular Chicago natives, enjoying the music being played for the film, including the window washers and the construction worker. The scene itself had to be shot over 2 days, the first part of the real parade, and the second with the help of thousands of unpaid extras who just wanted to be a part of a John Hughes film. Included in their number was Grey, who just wanted to be a part of the scene. She didn't want to miss out, so she donned a wig and glasses and joined in. It wasn't until after the film's release that John Hughes' release Grey even made it into the scene. Ben Stein was never intended to be on screen, as his absolutely riveting monologue of the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act was supposed to be delivered from off-screen. However, when Hughes saw the extras in the scene respond with laughter to the sound of Stein's voice, he enthusiastically insisted it be done on camera and to just ad-lib something he was very familiar with. Stein reflects on this by saying, quote, "Everybody on the set applauded. I thought they were applauding because they had learned something about supply-side economics, but they were applauding because they thought I was boring. It was the best day of my life."
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the the Great Depression, passed the the tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which raised or lowered?
The film did terrible in early screenings. Apparently, the cast saw one of these early screenings and they were horrified. They didn't laugh once. However, Hughes was already working out where things could be changed and shuffled around. Paramount executive Ned Tannen recalls Hughes taking change during the actor's panic. Quote, "Hughes said, 'Leave me alone for 2 weeks,' and he took the thing and edited it, and it was brilliant. There was an editor, obviously, but Hughes did it. He was really that good.
How would you feel about another year of high school? Under my close, personal supervision.
Hi. Thank God you're all right. You know, we've been worried sick about you.
The house featured in the film, belonging to the Bueller family, is actually located in California. A location scout simply saw the house, thought it was perfect, knocked on the door, and politely asked the owners, the Balkman family, if they would kindly lend their house for the film. Because filming in that location only lasted 10 days, the family stayed in their home for the duration, sharing their domicile with cast and crew. Over the course of the 10 days, production installed a dog door for Rooney to call through, and removed it when filming wrapped. Someone unplugged the Balkman's refrigerator so the humming wouldn't be picked up by the microphones during filming, and forgot to plug it back in. Everything spoiled but was replaced by the production. Over the course of filming, one of the Balkman sons turned 14, and the entire production had cake to celebrate his birthday. Allegedly, Charlie Sheen stayed up for 2 days straight in order to look strung out for this scene.
You didn't tell me your name.
Oh, well, it's Jean, but a lot of guys call me Shauna.
Okay, Gene.
That's great. I'll see you, okay? Yeah.
And here's a bonus one. John Hughes lived in Grosse Pointe, Michigan for the first 12 years of his life, and wanted to reference it with the Gordie Howe jersey Cameron sports in the film. This particular jersey was actually sent by Howe. In an interview with Sports Illustrated, Howe was asked about its inclusion in the film. He said, quote, "I sent them the jersey. It was nice seeing number 9 on the big screen. I had a lot of proud moments in that jersey." This implies that this was a jersey that he played in. However, avid hockey fans have spotted some inconsistencies, such as the white collar on the jersey, something that never happened in the history of the team.
I'm saved. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You were the best.
Have a nice day.
Thanks.
I heard that you were feeling ill. Headache, fever, and a chill. I came to help restore your pluck, 'cause I'm the nurse who likes to...
That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.